What's going on, traders? Hope you guys had a great trading day today and hope you guys stayed green. I wanted to just recap on our trades real fast and then talk about Rivian and the expectations moving forward, kind of what the bears are saying and what the bulls are saying. It's a really interesting stock to read up on because both of them have really great arguments for being bullish and being bearish. It can kind of go either way. It's really just the flip of a coin. So it's a really interesting stock right now. And but first, let's take a look at our day trades today. We took, I think, six trades total, and had only one red trade today. We traded DKNG late in the trading session today, and we had a really nice bull signal here. We had this nice little candle, and then this volume popping in to support it right here. And so we took an entry here. Didn't take a very large entry because it was selling off today, but I knew that this was a very significant price zone because of this action. And so I had high hopes that we would at least test this price zone again, and was able to add more at the dip and took about just 160 bucks on that. We also traded Wish this morning at the bell. A really nice entry here, really nice exit. This was really just a momentum trade, and we were trading it off of time and sales, and the level 2 took $150 on that. That was a nice trade this morning. Traded PayPal for $217. This was a really interesting trade to look at. This would make a nice educational video, and the reason I didn't take profits up here was because this was all healthy price action. Even though we are creating lower lows here, this is healthy price action, because if you look at our RSI, we're also creating lower lows. There's no divergence here, and overall the market was very healthy. The market was strong for the first hour and a half trading session. You can see that this choppy price action here, trying to create a breakout, and eventually we got the bear signal and we took our profits right here, and eventually and sold off for the rest of the day because of that. But the bulls were making a very valiant effort at the open and early on into the trading session, and none of this price action here was a signal to sell. I thought we were going to test around 209, and I think we very well could have if the overall market was healthier, but eventually everything started selling off, and I think PayPal just kind of got pulled down because of all that. What else did we trade today? We took a little trade on XPEV. If you look at XPEV, a zoom out on the 15-minute chart here, you can see that we have some previous support that we gave up recently, and we took a run for that support today. We took a run to retest that. That support turned into resistance. We took a short opportunity there just to some retracement earlier in the trading session, and just took about $90 on that. Overall, about $600 on the day. We took a little loss on Roku for $80 today, but overall on the week we're up over $450 on Roku on the week. We've been trading that Monday and Tuesday as well. So yeah, really fun trading day. Definitely keeping our losses much smaller than our gains, which is always the goal, right? So let's look at Rivian real quick. Rivian IPO today, and it's definitely, I heard it was like the biggest IPO of this year, and something like the biggest something since the year 2014 or something like that. What is it? Electric vehicle startup Rivian goes public, and largest US IPO since 2014. That's insane. And so let's look at some reasons why some analysts are very bullish and some analysts are very bearish on the stock. So first off, as you know, they've had 50,000 pre-orders, 100,000 vans ordered from Amazon. They have the backing of Ford as well. They obviously know what they're doing. They obviously are producing a very high quality vehicle right off the bat. They invested billions into their one production facility that they have right now, and they're getting a good product out. There's a lot that the EV industry overall has been able to teach them, so they've been able to do a lot right the first time, which is really good for them. A lot of companies like Tesla, what held them back was learning how to produce electric vehicles, and And they had a lot of delays because of that, which really impacted their share price early on. That was kind of a big thing with Tesla for a long time, was do they have another delay? Do they have another delay? So that's going to be the big catalyst for Rivian moving forward. Some bulls point out that this valuation is so big that to justify it, basically what they're claiming, if you compare this valuation to other EV companies in the industry, what you are saying is that this company should be on a track to grow by 5 times in the next 5 years. So there are some bears out there, or excuse me, bulls that would say this stock would be a $200 billion company, or have a $200 billion valuation by the year 2025. All right, that's fine if that's what you're saying, but the bears come back and they say there's no way with their one production facility, the capacity for that one facility can't get anywhere close to that. They would have to have at least 4 times the production facilities. And so the big catalyst moving forward with Rivian is going to be those production facilities and seeing if they have delays with building those out and getting those done. I think that's going to be the big catalyst for bears and big catalyst for bulls, because without continuing to open those production facilities, there's no way that they could justify this valuation, especially with all these other EV companies that are way ahead of them already and being less valued than they are. One bear points out that a $65 billion valuation implies that this company would be on track to sell 2 million vehicles in the year 2030, 2.5 times what Tesla has sold in just the past 12 months. It implies that they will sell 66% more than Honda did in the year 2020, which is a huge claim. And another bear points out, even if they grew at 5 times the industry average, they would comparably be worth 75% less than what they IPO'd at today when you value them next to other companies. And so it's definitely an expensive, very expensive car company, and there is no debating that. So you are buying 1000% expectations only if you buy Rivian. There's no arguing that. You're buying expectations. And so the biggest catalyst for bears moving forward is going to be those production facilities and making sure there are no delays with that moving forward. The other thing that I want to point out is that a lot of bears are saying that Rivian is kind of on the tail end of everything when it comes to their EV production, because of all these other companies that are already established and are investing a ton and are going to be way ahead of them by the year 2025. They point out Ford, which already introduced the Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning, is increasing EV investments to $30 billion through 2025. Volkswagen, Europe's largest automaker, plans to invest almost $180 billion into EVs through 2025. GM plans to invest into EVs to $35 billion through 2025, and that's not even counting Tesla. And so the most important thing to understand there is that there's all these other companies that are going to be investing tens of billions to produce cars at a price point that is more attractive to the average buyer, which is going to be around $30,000 to $40,000. Even with the federal rebate for buying an electric vehicle, purchasing a Rivian car is still going to cost more than double what the average selling price for an EV is going to be in the future. And so not only are you selling at a higher price point, but you're on the heels of all these other companies who are already established and investing tens of billions to get vehicles at a price point that is going to cater more to the general public instead of a smaller percentage of more well-off wealthy people. And so that's a very bearish point in my opinion as well. So obviously I do a lot more day trading if you watch my channel. I do have stuff that I hold long, but they're more established companies. They have they have earnings reports and sales that never really surprise anybody. That's really the only type of company that I hold long. And so definitely won't be holding Rivian long. I might trade it tomorrow. What I want to do is I want to see it continue to sell off through after hours, sell off in pre-market tomorrow, and sell off at the bell. If we can see some nice price action giving up share price, and there might be a nice dip opportunity shortly after the bell tomorrow, maybe about 10 or 15 minutes after the market opens. Trading IPOs every now and then, that's a strategy that I've used a few times and it's worked out pretty well. Overall, investing long in Rivian. Let's look at Coinbase. Coinbase IPO'd this year and it was a very anticipated stock as well. You can see that Coinbase sold off for a while before it actually had any type of a reset. So if adding Rivian to a portfolio that, you know, you could arguably have a portfolio filled with all kinds of healthy companies, right? And there's so many good ones out there. So why would you want to add Rivian? Well, you would want to add it when it's undeniably at a value point. And so why not wait and see if it does offer some type of a value? If it doesn't, oh well, there's so many other things to purchase. And that's exactly what I would plan to do. So if it takes off and doesn't stop from this point on, probably won't buy it, probably miss out on that opportunity, but I'd like to see a sell-off for a while, giving up some share price, getting more into that range with the average EV company right now, and then consolidating and having a nice reset. And like I said, one more time, the biggest catalyst for both bears and bulls are going to be production facilities and making sure that they can execute on that to be able to justify their valuation that they're saying they're going to be able to bring over the next 5 to 10 years. So, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like more educational videos about day trading, a lot more of my videos are about that. This channel is all about helping us sharpen our skills and become more consistent little by little every single day. And so please check out my other videos and please subscribe if you want more content like that in the future. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care.